fantastic bullshit. The crimes of some asshole with bleached hair. The recent entry in the Harry Potter universe has been met with an alarming negative reaction from both fans and critics alike. And reasonably so, because the movie is dog shit. It's terrible. And its greatest sin is the fact that the movie is just boring. It's extremely jaded. I was not wide-eyed during the runtime of this movie. And that's because the writing in the movie is just abysmal. J.K. Rowling proves yet again that she's not a screenplay writer. She's a novelist. And writing a novel, writing a book, is very different from writing a movie. Extremely different. A book can be written to the point where it's practically endless, and you can get extremely in-depth with a character's actions based off of their thoughts and their feelings. A screenplay cannot be written that way, because you only have so much time to tell your story to your audience. A movie cannot go on forever. A movie's not designed to go on forever. A movie is designed to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But J.K. Rowling wrote this Grindelwald bullshit as if it were a novel and not a movie. And that's the biggest reason why this movie fails. The movie just consistently jumps from scene to scene, plot point to plot point, character to character, characters to characters, over and over and over again throughout the entire runtime of the film. There is no consistency with any of the characters in the movie. You don't get to know really any of the characters in the movie, with the exception of Zoe Kravitz's character, who is given a supreme injustice at the end of the movie. Everyone else is in the movie for a few minutes at best, because J.K. Rowling decided that she didn't want to spend a whole lot of time fleshing out these characters. Dumbledore's not in the movie very much. Ezra Miller's character isn't in the movie very much. Eddie Redmayne's character isn't in the movie very much, and you would think he'd be the main character, but he really isn't. Even Grindelwald himself isn't in the movie, spare a few scenes throughout the entire thing. So, in reality, there is no main character in this movie, because the movie doesn't focus a whole lot of time on any of the characters in the film. And then when you add all this bullshit on top of J.K. Rowling deciding to retcon some of the Harry Potter lore that a lot of people have come to know and love. Some people almost religiously know everything there is to know about the Harry Potter lore. When you add in all the bad writing on top of that, then what you're left with is a husk of a film that does not give a damn about its audience, especially for Harry Potter fans. When you write a screenplay, you're supposed to structure each scene together in a way that makes a cohesive story. And in order to do that, you have to focus your screenplay on someone. You can't just jump around from character to character. Oh, here we have scene 1. So we have 2 characters in scene 1. And then 10 minutes later in scene 5, we have 3 other characters that the movie just randomly inserts into the plot that have practically nothing to do with the 2 characters that came before. And so as an audience member, you don't know who to follow. And this also goes back to what my problem with these Fantastic Beasts films are. Harry Potter was a phenomenon. It was a phenomenon that will never be repeated. And in these new Fantastic Beasts films, there is no Harry. Harry Potter was great because of Harry himself. It was his story, it was his struggle, and it was his growth as a character that people came to appreciate. In these new Fantastic Beasts films, there's none of the previous Harry Potter characters that exist in this timeline, with the exception of Dumbledore. He's really the only one that's around that anyone gives a shit about. And even he, once again, isn't in the movie very much. And also, there's no Harry, Ron, or Hermione. And you can't just replace characters like that with some new characters and expect to achieve the same result. lightning doesn't strike twice. And Harry Potter is and was a great film franchise, but it's over now. You can buy all 8 films and watch them all. You can binge watch them all from start to finish. So why anyone would be interested in this prequel series is beyond me. Because not only do you not have Harry, you also don't have Voldemort. And if these films were about Voldemort, then I can understand why people would have an interest, because then you would see his transformation from Tom Riddle into the antagonist that everyone knows from the series. But no, instead we get a Voldemort knockoff, which is this Grindelwald dude, who practically shares the same ideals as Voldemort. It's just a waste of time. And I can't say that I have any interest in seeing whatever the 3rd film is going to be, whatever the 4th film is going to be, whatever the 5th film is going to be. And at this point, because J.K. Rowling's script pissed off film critics and fans, it's debatable whether they're going to make it to movie 5. So once again, Fantastic Beasts was some bullshit. The Harry Potter phenomenon is over. It's done now. Leave it alone in the past where it belongs before you continue and end up fucking something up. Take Star Wars, for example. Take Ghostbusters, for example. Take Predator, for example. Take the Alien franchise, for example. If Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling continues this film series, these prequel Harry Potter films, they're gonna end up fucking up the Harry Potter lore. They need to leave it alone.